fine folk, and welcome to a brand new edition of the WrestleSlam podcast. A very, very exciting weekend to be hosting an episode of the podcast because, of course, we are on Elimination Chamber Day. So you have come to the right place for all of your news, reviews, booze, and ooh la la. Ole, 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 ole. I am so ready for the Elimination Chamber. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely buzzing off me eyes for this. I just cannot wait. I'm that pumped. It's untrue. I am so pumped for this, like you wouldn't believe it. We're just going to have to kick straight off with it because I'm still on a high after watching it this morning, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Obviously, there are a lot of cards on the event, all right? I mean, make no bones about it, right? But after SmackDown last night, lads, I won't lie, have you ever seen anything like it?
Not in the last number of years, anyway.
Right? And like nothing.
6 minutes and 44 seconds from the time his music started till the time he
was able to speak.
So is that up to Roman Reigns that time back in? Remember he was standing there for like
the booth that made me sick.
Yeah. But like cheers like that.
That's unbelievable. And you know what, lads, right? Rant alert. I haven't had a rant since Tuesday, right? But rant alert. Not messing. Like sometimes it's very, very hard to be a wrestling fan. Okay? Because sometimes there's absolutely shag all going on and it's really, really hard to stay invested, right? And you hear from everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you watch that and you watch that. I said, well, yeah, it's like part of your life, especially if you're a lifelong fan, right? But then once in a while, something comes along and it's a moment and like it just takes you somewhere else. And it's like it's some, you're on the cusp sometimes of like, just not being completely invested, and something like this comes up and just sweeps you up into it. To listen to that watching it this morning, the reaction that Sami Zayn got last night, he couldn't talk. And when I saw tears running down that man's face, I was choked. I was absolutely choked. And you want to take any kind of marks and just be like, this is why I watch it. This is going on since last April. This is the peak of storytelling. This is why I watch it. This is how we're invested in this. How did this make you feel? What do you think? Did it have like a similar impact on you, or are you bothered? Or
for me, it was similar to you. It's just the only thing is they're so stubborn in WWE. I don't think they'll let him win. I think they're setting their ways for this match already, for this Cody.
I don't know after that reaction last night. I know it's his hometown in Montreal, Canada. They always have a opposite reaction to what WWE normally want. But they let him go out there on his own, no bloodline, no Roman Reigns, no interference, no like setting up for the matches. Everything's been done. It's just him on his own. Go out there, let the fans acknowledge you, say a few words, and that was it. Close the show. Like they put him out there as a superstar to close the show. Yeah. In the venue, in the arena where it's going to happen tomorrow night or tonight after last night. Like so, they made him feel like a fucking superstar.
There was no purpose. There was no ceremony. No. There was no pep rally. It wasn't needed. He literally said 3 sentences.
Yeah,
and they went nuts for it.
They gave him back his theme music.
Oh my god! Like, did you hear that? Let's go. Oh my! I could have bawled my eyes out when I heard it. It was deafening.
That's literally superstar making moment right there. Yep. That's you don't get moments like that very often in wrestling. Like it's normally after something big happens. That kind of moment normally happens when somebody wins a title. Like Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever, when he won the title, that's the kind of pop he got. So Sami Zayn is on that trajectory at the moment, like where he could. I don't see any reason after that last night why he shouldn't be put into the main event or WrestleMania.
I think a screw job ending is coming.
Yeah, but they could still put him in the main event the WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't think they'll take it away from Cody, but just put him in there, and he'll deserve to be in that after that last night.
Yeah, exactly. And he can lose as well, and people won't be mad.
It won't.
But this is easy because obviously Cody came out and they addressed the whole WrestleMania situation. Sami mentioned WrestleMania last night as well. So like, I just think I'm hoping that it's not an old bait and switch, and I really hope that they're gearing towards a triple threat, that something goes wrong or awry tonight and they make on Raw or something like that, maybe they make it a triple threat for Mania, because like I just the promos that are going to come of this for the, you know, I can't remember a main event for WrestleMania that I'd be so buzzing for if this was it. You know what I mean? On one of the nights, it would just be so good, and it's got WrestleMania vibes written all over it. It's got Mania 30 written all over it. You know, he's getting that whole Daniel Bryan thing. And I get more buzz the more I talk about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, when you mentioned that Dan Bryan had to beat Triple H to get into the main event, so maybe Sami Zayn will have to beat Solo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll take it down a notch. I'm sorry. I'm just buzzing.
Yeah, but he could, like, he may have to go through the bloodline to get into the main event. So maybe having night one, him and Kevin Owens will have to beat the Usos, and then night two he'll have to kick off and beat Solo, and and then he'll get into the main event. They'll have to go through some sort of gauntlet where he'll have to earn his way in, and he'll get in there. But on the side, like, you feel sorry for Cody Rhodes then, because everybody will want Sami to win the title.
Yeah,
it's been Cody's dream, and he's come back from injury, and this is, standard WWE storytelling where somebody comes back from injury at the Royal Rumble, goes on to win at WrestleMania kind of thing. So I don't
as well for sorry. No.
Does Roman defend both titles? Sami on one night, Cody on the other?
I don't think so, because if he loses the first night, he loses the prestige then, like, because he's beatable. Like, he has to be unbeatable up until the end. So the ideal scenario for them would have been The Rock costing the titles at Royal Rumble or something, and then having a non-title match to main event, which would have been ideal, and split up the two titles and give Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and somebody else different title matches. But obviously that's not happening. So I don't know what. This is why we love WrestleMania season, like the road to WrestleMania, like the rumors, the fucking everything is just like booking all these fucking fantasy matches, like, and you just don't know what's going to happen.
I've my days booked off, everything. I'm like, I am up, I am awake, I am alert, I am 24-inch Domino's pizza awake. Donatello's, isn't it? Yeah, awake.
24-inch brother.
That's a 24-inch Python pizza.
If we can get more of the promos as well from Raw as well, and the build up to Mania, we'll be Jesus. That stuff was magic on Monday night.
Oh, stop, man.
But again, that was making Sami feel like a bigger deal. Like.
Yeah. Oh God, let's just hope that all the powers that be are watching exactly what's going on and don't change a tap, because I don't know, it's been a while since I think a lot of people have been this invested. It's just crazy, like.
Yes.
So let's get straight to it. Is Sami winning tomorrow night?
I'm going to say not a belt, but maybe the match, but not the belts.
Okay. What do you think,
Bob? I said it this morning about maybe there's going to be a false finish. That Sami pins Roman for the 3 count, but Roman's foot is on the rope and the ref doesn't see it, and they reverse the decision, and then Roman spears him and wins the match, something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort of false finish, but I still think Sami should be in the main event of WrestleMania. Tag team match isn't good enough for him now.
Yeah. You see, it would have been, we were chatting about this earlier, it would have been, but until last night, that's just not going to go. I can see how they can do the Happy Days ending with, like, Kevin and Sami standing tall at the end, but like The Rock couldn't even save Roman Reigns when he won that time. Do you know what I mean? So I don't even know if Kevin Owens can save this if Sami doesn't win, or he's not, like, there's unless now they go with the absolute, like, fucking white hot heat if he doesn't win, and then he's inserted into the main event in WrestleMania, which will be, oh Jesus.
Well, the problem they have now is they've split up the tag team titles because they're defending just the SmackDown last week against, or the week before against Sheamus and Drew, like, or sorry, Braun and Ricochet. They've defended the SmackDown ones, and there's a tournament. I don't know if that's still going on Raw for the Raw title. So, there's an option there to have 2 tag team matches at WrestleMania, and Usos defending on each night. But again, that'll take away if Sami and Kevin were to beat them on night 1, and Sheamus and Drew or whoever is challenging them on night 2.
Because there's no tag match at all on tonight.
No,
there's no
not
card.
because they're
not on the card. No.
he can't travel.
He can't travel.
Well, apparently he can and he can't. There's like iffy bits about it because obviously his convictions and things like that. But oh my God, this main event is just kicking ass. So now that we've discussed that in great detail, I could go on for hours about this. I'm not going to lie, right? But isn't it just like fire, absolute fire. I know it's great though. It's great to be a fan today.
But watch this match now where they'll be chanting Ole and everything. It'll be fucking brilliant.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely nuts. From that, we're going to go on to the men's elimination chamber match for the WWE at United States Championship. So in this match, we have Austin Theory versus Seth freaking Rollins, the red boots, and we will leave it at that. Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. This is a very interesting lineup for this match.
Yeah,
there's a lot of strong names in this. Is this Montez Ford's breakout match?
Yes and no. I just
maybe not win, but I think this will be a good showcase for him because he is your high flyer who will really bring the goods. I think he'll get a great show in the chamber.
Yeah. I think jumping off the top of the pod, doing his frog splash.
Oh, his splash,
Which will, I'm sure that's going to happen. It'll be an incredible moment in the match, but it could also take him out of the match. He'll hit the frog splash and somebody will take the pin on him or something like that. But he'll look great in it. I just don't see him winning it.
No, I don't either. It's going to be a tough one to call, but it's either Seth Rollins or Austin Theory.
Yeah, I think Theory will go into WrestleMania as US champion at the minute, the way things are going with him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is Bronson Reed lost in this mix?
Yeah. I never saw him.
I haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah, he's having these matches on Raw that are free. I suppose, as someone once said, freezing cold matches that make no.
Yeah.
No.
I love him. I think he's great. I loved him in NXT. Like that.
Yeah.
His tsunami finisher is fucking.
He was great in Impact as well last year.
Yeah.
But should he have come in with, if they knew long-term booking, long-term thinking that he was going to be in the Elimination Chamber, should he have returned in a way of storyline, we'd say, to interfere with one of these guys' business, just to make it, you know what I mean? Because as you say, great description, freezing cold matches, right? That do we care enough for him to be in the Elimination Chamber? And that's nothing against him because Bronson Reed's outstanding. But should they give him a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more flour in the dough,
They did last night with the women, they had, Asuka and Liv in a match and the rest of them on the outside. They didn't really have anything like that for the men.
Exactly.
So Bronson had to beat somebody like Seth Rollins or Johnny Gargano in the lead up to it, showing that he can beat, some of the the participants in the match.
Yeah.
He would have stood out a bit more.
Yeah.
But again, I think he's a phenomenal talent. He's untapped potential. He's got, a great moveset. He's a big looking dude, even though he's 5'10" or 11, he's not very tall, but he looks the part. He's definitely a star for the future if they book him properly. So
the problem with him is he was put with the Miz that nobody cares about.
Well, he was, as a Miz paid for him to take out Dexter, but after that, they moved away from it. He was gone from him. After that, he was just having squash matches on main event and stuff till Monday night.
Yeah,
I would love to see Dexter Loomis in an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah,
I would. Disappear and blow the pad, and he fucking appears out of everywhere. We love a bit of that. But it's
not uncommon for somebody to pop up through the greats in the Elimination Chamber to cost somebody the match.
Yeah.
So you're calling? You think it's going to be Theory?
I'm going to say Seth Rollins.
Are you? Do you not think he's lined up with maybe Logan Paul?
Yeah,
that's what that match will be for the US belt.
Oh really? I don't.
Oh God! Right?
Oh no.
Because I can't see Cena fighting for a belt at Mania.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Logan Paul needs a title match at WrestleMania for any title.
But you know what would be? You know what I think would bring Logan Paul white heat, right?
Yeah.
Randy Orton is due a return, and I think he needs the shit beaten out of him by Randy Orton, and I think that would be a great way to bring Randy Orton back in the fold.
WrestleMania, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Randy's believable as beating the life out of somebody. Do you know what I mean? We all remember him calling Kofi stupid.
There's no
what
talk
happened with Logan Paul? People loved him.
I think they did when they saw the wrestling kind of ability, or as in like inside wrestling or outside wrestling.
No, just in wrestling, because he seems to be hated now again.
Like they're pushing him to be a heel as opposed to a face because he has got heat outside of wrestling.
The ring,
like, so there was just a brief moment where the fans, when he was facing Roman, like, that he. I
think it was more respect that he talked the talk and like, I am the table as well, got him over huge.
And like his spot in the Rumble was fucking crazy as well with Ricochet. Like,
that was amazing.
I know what he can do in the ring. Like,
he should come out on Raw and dump a load of bottles of Prime all over Seth Rollins.
Oh my God, stop. That fucking drink.
India's red shoe boots.
Yeah, exactly.
And drink fucking Prime out of them.
And he would. Do you know he doesn't care, like he's making millions?
I remember that was John Moxley, was it? Didn't he drink a load of beer out of Seth's hat or something?
Oh my God.
That was years ago, yeah.
Or a hat or something, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the men's match. So you're saying Theory and you're saying Rollins. I am undecided with this. Now we haven't mentioned Damian Priest, but like I don't know. It all depends on how other matches on the night go. Because like are the Judgment Day going to take everything? We've got Rhea who's got a WrestleMania shot. We obviously with the tag team match coming up as well. So I think that will depend a lot on how the other matches go. From there, we'll take it down a notch after all the excitement, and that will lead us directly into Edge, of course, with Beth Phoenix, which I'm sorry. Can we all just take a moment's appreciation for Beth fucking Phoenix? Jesus Christ. I mean, what a star. Like, she just looks a fucking $1,000,000. I'm sorry, if I was Edge, I'd slap the red leather hole off her as well. She looks absolutely astounding. What an inspiration. Not only a man, but like, I mean, she has done everything you could possibly think of in WWE, from, helping out behind the scenes, commentary, and now she's back in the ring, and I'm sorry now, like, but she could probably slam the majority of that roster. She just looks a million fucking bucks and then some.
She looks so badass, right? When you look at
it. Oh my God. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm not a little girl and I want a fucking beer. You know what I mean? She's just inspirational. Sorry, now that's just my absolute girl crush at the moment. She's amazing. So Edge and the one and only Beth freaking Phoenix taking on, of course, the Judgment Day. And we have Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. And of course, we have the two boys lurking in the background. What about this match are you excited about?
This is probably the weakest match on it, even though it's quite good.
Yeah.
Well, surely it's gotta be Rhea and Beth. I want to see them beat the life of each other.
Well, like, Rhea has to win this match. She's going on to WrestleMania for a title match. She can't be losing this match, regardless of the pin. Like,
Edge pins Finn.
That's the thing. Yeah. Even at that, like, Rhea shouldn't be on the losing end of it. She needs to go into WrestleMania strong. Like, she needs to have a good showing in this match. She needs to be able to take out Beth in this match as well. So
unless they win it, there's a beatdown.
Well, there's a whole thing here where
Dominic's obviously going to interfere in this match. He's going to have a part to play in it. Like,
hashtag Dom.com.
There's a whole thing here where Edge is going to beat Finn, and Finn is going to come back as the demon to fight Edge at WrestleMania.
Oh,
I hope so. But you know what? I know now. You saw that documentary about Finn Balor. He was being interviewed. Remember, and he was referring to about the you have to do the demon at Mania, you have to do the demon, and they went in a different direction, which proved super popular as well for the LGBTQ plus community, which was amazing. However, he needs his moment at Mania as the demon. What do you agree?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell match. The Hell in a Cell match will happen at WrestleMania.
That'll be unreal.
I'm buzzing for this Mania. I'm not gonna lie.
But that could main event night one, like.
Yeah.
It
could be properly, like.
Yeah.
What do you think? So Demon versus Brood? With the entrances?
Well, could do, like.
Yeah, could do, yeah.
He's already done the Brood entrance at WrestleMania already. So.
Yeah.
It depends, like, but you can't follow a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania for 2 nights, like.
Yeah.
You just can't. It has to close night one.
Yeah.
If it's going to
definitely don't put a win in.
I agree with you 100%.
Oh my God!
They might do Charlotte and Rhea though.
Sorry.
They might do Charlotte versus Rhea as the main event.
Yeah, maybe. It'd be interesting to see the layout of that card, Phil. You're right, actually. Oh, it'll be interesting to see the layout. Sorry, bit me. It'll be interesting to see the layout of that of the card for it though. But yeah, maybe as I say, maybe as Phil was saying, that Finn pins Edge and there's a beatdown afterwards, maybe, or Condom. So good. Like,
so
you know
much,
what? For all we think of Dominic Mysterio, it's working. It took time, but it's working.
Yeah.
You know. And then I literally said to you, we were watching Raw the next day, and I literally said to Jerry, he goes, if he pulls a fast one and skips out in the bill, I am going to stand hugely. Within seconds, Rhea was left paying the bill, and I was like, come on, Condom, this is amazing.
But you know what's great about him? He looks more comfortable in his own skin.
Right? Yeah. Totally. He's finally shining, and the wrestling's coming. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're bang on, Phil. You're a fan of Condom?
Yeah. Yeah.
He could put a whole new meaning on the word rubber match.
You know what he needs? He needs a paid affiliation with the Durex. He absolutely does. He does. Like, they need his face on boxes.
Trojan over in America.
Oh my Trojan! There you go. Trojan warrior. Hashtag Condom.
Come on to WrestleMania on the Trojan horse.
With a big fucking come here. I've done big trident. Oh, forget it. Amazing. So then from that we move on to Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, okay, in the singles match.
There was a spanner thrown in the works on this on SmackDown.
Right? Yeah. What do you make of this?
Bray Wyatt. Why would he call out either of them?
Where's that coming from?
I don't know. It could be Brock Lesnar wanting to fight him.
They were supposed to have something a few years back at Royal Rumble whenever the Wyatt family took out Brock. Remember, they eliminated him from the Royal Rumble a few years back. And that was supposed to set up a match between him and Brock at WrestleMania, but plans changed and they had a handicap match with Bray and Luke Harper at the time. But Bray didn't get involved in the match and Brock won it. But something that's been in the works for a long time. I just can't see Brock and intermingling with the fucking Firefly Funhouse. Fucking F5 and Hustle.
He might destroy the whole room.
Well, I know, but like it's been done. Like Seth has gotten in there, and
it down. Yeah.
Other people have gotten into the Firefly Funhouse, but it would have to be like some sort of gimmick match. But I don't. That match with John Cena worked
because it's John Cena.
Because it's John Cena, but it was during the pandemic, and they had to do that style of match. It wouldn't work nowadays. It would have to be in the ring. So
I see Brock in like a boiler room match. Do you know what I mean? It's hard because the most gimmicky we've got out of Brock is Cowboy Brock. That's the most gimmicky, but now that said, unless they really went into his butchery, you know what I mean? If they really went into his butchery, they could maybe make something of it, but Brock isn't one for the gimmicks, so
he hasn't done comedy since he was fucking teaming with Kurt Angle.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I still think WWE missed a trick with the Creed brothers and Brock.
Yeah. But like saying that, it mightn't be Brock, maybe Bobby wins, or maybe Bobby. What did he say? Whoever wins, Bray's getting next, right? Not whoever loses. Yeah, whoever wins.
Yeah, he's coming for the winner tonight. He's actually coming tonight.
The Hurt Business, they could go back together, and Wyatt Six could go against the Hurt Business, something like that.
There's talks of Carmelo Hayes joining the Hurt Business.
Yeah, I've seen that. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was definitely Bo Dallas though, as
you can see it. Yeah.
I was expecting to take off the mask, which would have destroyed everything. But
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's being used. Do you know what I mean? In a completely different way, because like Nutball Bo Dallas is also great. So it's really nice to see him being used in that way.
Yeah, like just don't be Bo Dallas, because the minute the mask comes off, it's over. Like it's just
exactly.
So outcast Bo Dallas, running around the ring.
It is something that could happen at WrestleMania 40 where the mask comes off. You could go
lead up to it, but not right now.
Then if it is, half of his face has to be ripped off.
He doesn't even have to.
Do you know what I mean? It has to be something.
But he doesn't even have to have matches. He can just be there.
Yeah, exactly.
An elite Papa Shango.
Something like that. Like the minute the mask comes off, it's no good to him. So I don't think that mask looks very secure to him to have an actual match with it on. So.
Well, they do it dark. I'd say they'd put lights out kind of thing.
Do you know what? Because if the Hurt Business do a line, you've got MVP in Bobby Lashley's corner, and you've got Uncle Howdy in Bray Wyatt's corner. So that makes for a very, very, we'll say, unique dynamic for outside of the ring shenanigans as well as inside the ring shenanigans.
Does Uncle Howdy have a walking cane?
I don't know. I thought he did.
Oh, I did. He's got a very kind of steampunk vibe going on, doesn't he?
Yeah, like I think he's a walking cane, and so does MVP. Like maybe they start beating each other with the canes.
You never know. That's it. Pimping ain't easy, look. You know. Fantastic. And then we are moving on finally to the women's elimination chamber match. So we've got a nice card for this. There should be some really, really big spots in this match. Okay, so we've got Asuka, Liv Morgan. Nice build up to that last night. Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, and we've got Natalia and Carmella. So like, this is quite strong. I'm delighted to see Carmella back. She's been through the absolute ringer. Delighted to see her back. Delighted to see her looking $1 million because Milla is money. Let's not forget it. And you alluded to it earlier. It was actually really, really cool to see everybody out and around in the ring space with the commentary, etc., during Asuka and Liv Morgan's match last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the standard like build up.
They should put Bianca on commentary for this match as well.
Oh god, yeah, she should be ringside. Phil, you're bang on. That's a great call.
Yeah,
she should be ringside. Lovely.
She doesn't have a match, like it's strange that she doesn't match for so like she's not going to have a title match since. Did she have a title match at Royal Rumble? She did she?
She had one at Alexa, Alexa.
There you go. That's what it was. Is Asuka walking this?
Yes, but I'd like it to be Raquel because Raquel got screwed. Yeah, she won't win. It'll be Asuka who wins it.
Yeah. I think Raquel Rodriguez is going to get a great showing in this because she could literally lift half of them up over her head.
But her time is coming though this year, I think.
Once they turn her heel, like she needs to be heel. Yeah. When she was heel in NXT, she looked menacing, like she wasn't happy-go-lucky coming out smiling at everybody. Like
shame that Natalia is the least person to win this because she did the whole.
She'll get the biggest pop.
Yeah.
Is there a Canadian? Is any of the Canadian men in the men's one? None of them are Canadian, are they?
I don't believe so.
Well, every other match has somebody from Canada in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Brock. Well, Brock resides in Canada, so
anyway,
favorite. Like, so it'll be strange. It'll be weird to see if all the Canadians lose in Canada.
Oh my god, they're like Bret Hart heat there.
Well, like Beth and Edge, Natalia, like so. Like
Natalia,
somebody has to win.
Yeah,
that is true. Lads, it's such a tough one to call. But you know what's not a tough one to call? How you treat your nether regions. There is only one way forward with how you tidy up down below your championship belt. Isn't it true? The only way you should be going is, of course, in the direction of Manscaped. Proud sponsor of today's episode, our pre-elimination chamber episode. Very, very proud sponsor, and we are delighted to have them on board. Manscaped are looking after almost 12 million balls worldwide. They are the go-to for grooming for men in those very special areas. Trim it back, let's see a little bit more. Could add an inch or two on, you never know. Probably one of the smoothest cuts, guys, you've ever said you've had.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And even aside from the equipment itself, the products are not just any old products that are thrown in with a pack that you get. These ones actually work, okay? Aside from that, you've got the Weed Whacker, great for the smaller areas that are hard to reach and just to keep, overall general grooming, because believe it or not, we look there, okay? We absolutely notice stuff like this. Just saying, here, August, here. With that as well, you have the likes of all of the shower products, and a massive shout out to the ball deodorant. The smell off of this stuff, I'm convinced it is packed with pheromones because it is absolutely divine. You could use it anywhere on your body. 12 million balls worldwide. Do you want to join those 12 million balls? Absolutely you do. So have we got an offer for you? On to the website. Off you go to Manscaped. When you get to the checkout, when you put in the code WrestleSlam, not only will you get 20% off, you will also get free shipping. We have all looked at checkout and said, this is fantastic, but I'm not paying that for shipping. We've all been there. Not with WrestleSlam. WrestleSlam, into the promo code box at checkout, you will get 20% off and you will get free shipping. Let's push it to 13 million balls worldwide and introduce Manscaped into your life.
Eliminate the hair from your chamber.
I love it. Eliminate the hair from your chamber. My love, that is beautiful. Beautiful. You see, right there, put it on the list of reasons why I married him, along with the ball deodorant. So with that, we are going to say so for the women's match. We're calling Asuka, but a great showing from Raquel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, excellent. Like I said, Raquel could walk it. Carmella could win it. Anybody could actually win this, but you know, the way things are going and the revamp of Asuka, surely, you know.
Asuka and Bianca will be a fucking fire match.
Absolute belter, such different styles. But you know what? I think it would be a massive learning curve for Bianca.
Just staying on women there for a second, because in my head, where do you think this Bailey and stuff is going? Is it just going to be a one-on-one match with Lita, or is it going to be 6?
I don't know.
It's a little confusing at the moment, isn't it?
Well, they were saying there was rumors that it was going to be Lita, Trish, and Becky against Damage Control at Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Obviously, that's not happening. So they could happen at WrestleMania, but then the women's tag team titles aren't getting defended. So I'm presuming Ronda and Shayna are going to get a tag team title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
unless they do it at fucking SmackDown. WrestleMania SmackDown, where they just start doing shit the night before WrestleMania, like,
which shouldn't happen. Now things are different from this time last year, so it shouldn't happen. But that said, that's a really, really good point, because there's a little bit of confusion now. I think the Trish Stratus thing was put on hold because Dakota's injured. Is that right?
Yeah, she's injured, right?
That's still her name, isn't it, Dakota Kai? Yeah. Because she's injured, so maybe that's what it is. And I don't know, maybe something comes of it this evening, or maybe there's a segment. But yeah, Phil, I think you're bang on. There is a little bit of confusion there at the moment as the direction it's going to. So hopefully that is cleared up. Maybe
when's the last time they defended the titles?
I
can't remember defending it at all. I remember them losing it and then winning it back a week later or something, or a couple weeks later.
Against Alexa and someone. Because remember, it was Bianca, Alexa, and
Nikki Cross, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Could have been before Christmas anyway. It wasn't this year.
It's been a while.
So again, like, this is the reason why Sasha and Naomi left in the first place, was the women's tag titles weren't getting treated.
Piggledy,
they're not getting treated like anything at the moment. I know she's injured, but if she's injured, then
But they'll try to make it a big deal that Ronda wins them, and I think that's unfair because it's not the case.
Well, that's what she wants. Like, she wants her and Shayna. She wants them to win the women's tag titles and make something off them. Like, but again,
they could be great.
They could be, like, but they're not. There's no other tag teams. There's no women's tag teams in WWE. Like, there's no need for it. It needs to be a mid-card title, a women's version of the Intercontinental or US title, something like that, where there's other women on the card that can challenge for it. Then, like, it makes sense.
Launch them into tag teams.
Just for example, there, Impact signed the Hex. WWE should be signing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're a good tag team in the women's division.
There is no, like, the women's tag team division in NXT is just as bad. Like, they have
2 teams, I think. They have 2 proper teams.
And they broke up fucking, what do they call them? Toxic Attraction.
Yeah.
Who were destined for the main event push there a while back. They were going to the main event. They were going up to Raw or SmackDown. And
they're probably going to break up Casey and thing as well.
Or they're turning them heel now, I think. Are they or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So, yeah, there'll be nothing left.
So we're thinking, fucking Toxic Attraction are coming up. So a singles, I'd say. Maybe, or is one of them in line to be the next NXT Women's Champion?
I don't know. I think who challenged Miko Satomura, wasn't it? She's
back.
Yeah, she's back, yeah. NXT is getting better. Like, there's things on it I like.
Yeah.
But
what are they doing? Sean and fucking, and what's his name?
Grayson Waller, they're not going to fight at all.
I fucking hope not. Sean doesn't need to come out of retirement for NXT. Like,
we all learned that the hard way in Saudi Arabia.
But can't Sean just say you're fighting or a newcomer Dragon Lee? There you go, like.
Possibly.
I don't know. Is this a right call for Waller, is it?
I don't know. Like, whenever he retired, kind of retired Johnny Gargano back then, like, it seemed like they were going to put him straight to the moon. Like, they want to do something with him, like, and didn't really do something. He's just been himself, winning and losing. So it's hard to know.
It is a tough one to call, to be fair.
Yeah.
Look, we'll do what we always do. We'll wait and we'll see.
Yeah.
But you know what now? We won't take the shine off Elimination Chamber for tonight. We will see what's happening future down the line with NXT. But yes, things are being showcased a little bit better for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, enjoy Elimination Chamber. It looks like it's going to be an absolute belter. Please don't let us down. Please don't let us down. I am sending every positive Ole vibe in my system.
What's worst case scenario in the Sami Zayn match? Worst case scenario.
Squash in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It can't be.
It
can't be. It just can't be. I think they'll burn the building down. These aren't your fans.
Right. You're right.
I think they will absolutely destroy the venue.
It's Montreal. It's not. It's well known for screw jobs, so.
Well, this is what I mean. I'm like, can we just put history to one side for a minute and not play up to it too much? Can we just give Sami his fucking flowers?
I think worst case scenario for me is Kevin Owens accidentally screwing Zayn.
Phil,
oh no, they've had their WrestleMania match already. They don't need
accidentally. They don't need to fight.
Oh my God! Look at Phil shattering all our dreams. Oh my God, Phil, don't. I can't. I actually, oh God, that's me. That there's bile in my throat.
Bring back Earl Hebner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Setting them up for a Hall of Fame induction.
Oh, okay, right. Look, let's keep the buzz going. Enjoy every second of Elimination Chamber. Do not forget 20% off at Manscaped. Get to that checkout when you've got your package in the basket. Make sure that you enter WrestleSlam in the promo code at checkout for 20% off and also for free shipping to join over 12 million balls worldwide. Silky smooth. If you have not signed up already or subscribed to WrestleSlam, what are you doing? Make sure you get on it on YouTube. Like and comment, of course, on this episode of the podcast. Like to interact with you. Let us know, what are your Elimination Chamber predictions? What do you think is going to happen? Are you all the way Team Sami, or are you thinking, no, it's a flash in the pan? Find us on Twitter at Slam Wrestling, and of course on every other outlet of social media, Instagram, and of course Facebook. It has been a ride, guys. Enjoy the premium live event pay-per-view. From myself being Queen Lizzie, from himself being Booker G, Fat Times, and the one and only chief ambassador for the film scene in Ireland, Phil. It has to be. It is really, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
So guys, from us, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy all of the wrestling and the love for Sami Zayn. We'll see you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye.